Peace, peace, and assalamu alaikum. Peace and assalamu alaikum. This is your brother Malcolm Flex TV. Assalamu alaikum. We are live, we are in the building tonight. We are in the building. How's my family doing? How's my beautiful family doing? Walaikum salam to my brother Ricky. Walaikum salam, God. How's the soldier? We alive, we alive, we alive. Your brother Malcolm Flex TV. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? You know, wanted to let y'all know that your brother is doing fine. Your brother is doing well. And, you know, your brother hasn't gone live in a minute. So I thought I'd just check in, you know, talk about some of the latest events and things that have just been taking place, and just to give my thoughts as I, you know, continue to work on these different projects and whatnot. You know, we got changing the Black narrative going on. You know, so for all those, peace to you, brother Corey, the Black Vegan. Yes, sir. You know, we trying to go top notch, man. We want some of the best quality. You know, we going for the best quality nowadays. All praises is due to Allah. But yeah, so we got changing the Black narrative, family. And the reason we are doing changing the Black narrative is because we want to attempt to defeat all of the stereotypes and all of the bad rep that our people get and receive on a daily basis. You know, so, you know, your brother came up with the title, Changing the Black Narrative. You know, so if anybody that has any ideas, you know, that you would like to premiere on our show, Changing the Black Narrative, you know, feel free to email your brother at malcolmflex19@gmail.com. I'm going to put that in the chat. You know, if you feel like there's a story or something that may need to get out or need to be heard, you know, we want to put that story out, you know, and we want to present one another and all people in the best of lights, you know, because we are a beautiful people, you know, and we want to combat some of the lies and the narratives that are being put out and spread about us and our people. So that's why your brother came up with the title, Changing the Black Narrative, you know, because there are too many of us who are on social media who are intellectually irresponsible. So don't be intellectually irresponsible, family. Okay? Because the enemy is constantly watching and observing our movements. Today is Dr. King Day. All praises is due to Allah for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his family. We honor and praise our brother for his great and many works that he did when he was among us and our people. And he did such a great work among Black people that the same enemy that our brother wanted peace with, and he wanted our children to be raised up among their children. And these same people, these same individuals wanted to take our brother's life. And all he wanted to do was do a financial boycott of those who disrespect and malign Black people. And they killed our brother for that. So we want to salute that brother and anyone who follows his doctrine, his path. salute to them, to his family. We salute them all as well. And I'm not sure how many of you all have been keeping up with changing the Black narrative. We have been talking about Iran versus the United States of America. So I would love to know and hear some of your thoughts on some of the things that have been taking place, because apparently President Donald Trump is attempting to put the American people into a war that we've never even asked for. Walaikum salam to you, Brother Nate. How's my brother? All praises is due to Allah. And we take up issue with the decision that Trump and his administration had made. And one thing that is suspect to me personally is that how this man was able to make such a decision without even conferring with the American Congress. And also, family, before I continue, also, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because your brother don't get monetization, so all I ask is just for the little things. And if you choose to donate, all praises is due to Allah. But share this video and the other videos as well. But we take issue with this decision because he didn't confer with Congress on the decision that he made to kill an Iranian general. So the American president and his administration have nerve to be upset with Iran for retaliating against America for the death of their general, Qasem Soleimani. Okay? We are totally against that decision, and then try to make Americans go to war and fight her battles for her. But I would like to plead to Black people that if we haven't received any form of reparations, okay, if they haven't given us any land or anything, we have no business fighting America's wars for her. Walaikum salam, Brother Omar. Brother Omar is in the building. And if you are in the building, feel free to, shout out your city that you live in, your state. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the chat. I'll shout you out as well. Share this video. Again, press that like button. Press that subscribe button. But yeah. So I want to appeal to our people, to think twice before you go and fight America's wars and America's battles. So I illustrated these things in a couple of my episodes in Changing the Black Narrative, and also I also covered, the Messiah's rise in hip hop and his war against drug culture. In my recent video, we have part 2 coming out as well. I will begin working on part 2 as soon as possible, if it be the grace and will of Allah. So I hope you all liked it and enjoyed it. I'm trying to give the people what they asked for. They said they want the documentaries and the live streams. So I'm trying to do a little bit more of that, and also do the Changing the Black narratives as well. So I'm trying to give, a little different mixture of content and not become a monolith. So please support your brother Malcolm Flex TV. And inshallah, your brother will be interviewing Brother Reza once again for a 5th time. And also to mention Brother Reza, he and Brother 19 Keys, inshallah, if I can interview Brother 19 Keys as well, on they did a sex trafficking rally. Your brother wasn't able to be there. I wish I was able to go. But it was in Atlanta, Georgia. I wasn't able to make it. make it unfortunately. But there were a lot of powerful things that were said from those who were there. And it hit home because, when I look at Black women, I'm looking at them as my sisters, my aunties, my nieces, my, mother figures, so when we have to take a genuine concern of what's going on in our community, and we have to, as men, be the vanguard, of our community. And when we see these things taking place, we must address it with courage and fearlessness. Because there will be a time, according to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, that those who are pimping women, they are going to have to pay a heavy price. Wa alaikum salam to you, brother Khaled. All praises is due to Allah. But these individuals will have to pay a heavy price, and unfortunately, they will have to pay with their lives. But that's not before the warning come first. And our ignorant and foolish brothers must be warned. They must stop with this ill, wicked behavior that they are perpetrating in our community, because you have sex trafficking at many different levels. You have women sex trafficking themselves, meaning that they're running around freelancing without pimps. I think they're called renegades, where I come from in LA. And you have brothers or just, the low level pimps who are pimping these women, and even young women, young teenage women. And you also have corporate pimping. You have people, your Jeffrey Epsteins and the higher ups, who are involved in sex trafficking that you may not even know, like the New England Patriots owner, Robert Kraft, was busted not too long ago with a prostitute. So who set him up and who hooked him up with the prostitutes? Who's the pimp that sent the prostitute to a NFL giant like Robert Kraft? So we have to understand that there are different levels to this sex trafficking stuff. And we must kill that devil, and I'm talking about that wicked behavior on every level. We have to kill that wicked behavior on every level. And also, I want to talk about our sister Lizzo, and all of the fat shaming that, according to mainstream media, fat shaming is going on. Wa alaikum salam, Sister Sandra D. All praises is due to Allah. Sister, let me post sister comment in the room. She said, Wa alaikum, assalamu alaikum, brother Malcolm Flex and family. Blessed New Year. Catching you live from Chicago. Great new Black media studio. All praises due to Allah. This is changing the Black narrative, family. And we are the sister station to Nation Town TV, because that's where I began. That's where I started. Those are my roots. Shout out to Brother Landon X Collins and Sister Shauna X Joy, at Nation Town TV. Those are my family. All praises is due to Allah. So we want to put on for the new year, and just do an upgrade. And we want to upgrade as much as we can on quality and content, So all praises is due to Allah for that. But yeah. So our Sister Lizzo, she's very free and in her expression of herself and her body, right? And it's a good thing in a sense for the sister to have that confidence of herself. Because a lot of sisters who may be overweight, not all of them, but there are a good number of them who are overweight, who lack confidence. Good people, right? But they just lack that confidence because of their current situation. So it's a good thing that our sister has confidence and she's not ashamed of herself and her body. But also on the other hand, we also want to encourage in society that not only you want to live your best life, but you can't live your best life if you are not living a healthy, clean life. Peace to you, Task Force Killer. Peace to you, family. Thank you for tuning in. But yes, you want to also live a healthy and clean, decent life. Because it'd be hard for an individual to live their best life when they are suffering from sickness, illnesses, and ailments. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us how to eat to live. And there are many ways that you can supplement your diet in order for us to lose weight. So it's okay that our sister sports the confidence that our dear sister have. All praises is due to Allah, but also be willing to better herself and all of us to want to better ourselves in every aspect of our lives, whether it be mental, spiritual, physical, financial, and domestic. That should be the number one goal, So I think that a lot of things that our dear brother Dr. Boyce Watkins said about the sister, was I want not only taken out of context, but not being willing to receive constructive criticism. And that's a thing that sometimes we struggle with, is constructive criticism. Not the criticism to bash you and beat you up and kill your spirit, because there are a lot of spirit killers, right? People are lying in wait just to kill your spirit, right? We got among us professional spirit killers, right? Because when they can't kill your spirit, they try to turn people who admire you against you so they can try to kill your spirit. These are the professional spirit killers. But I believe that Brother Dr. Boyce Watkins was coming from a place of constructive criticism, and to say, being overweight is not necessarily something to be proud of, right? For any of us, because just based on our height dictates, what our natural weight is. So a lot of us, based on our height, are overweight based on our natural weight, right? According to our height, right? So I don't think that Dr. Boyce Watkins was coming from a place where he was fat shaming, trying to make our sister feel bad about herself. Because obviously she's feeling good about herself. She's confident, right? But also, not only feel good about yourself and feel confident, here's the constructive criticism. But we also, walaikum salam, brother TY, brother Ty. But not only feel confident about yourself, but also dress and modesty. Because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us that our enemy designs our clothing, right? Our enemy designs our clothing and parade our women all over the world for the whole world to see our nakedness. So I think that these were some of the points that Dr. Boyce was touching on, but I think that it was received in such a wrong way because nowadays we just can't take nothing. We can't take constructive criticism no more. Soon as somebody says something that we don't like, we automatically disagree with it. And I like the way Sister Shahrazad Ali said it. She said, just because you don't like something don't mean it ain't true. So we feel like in our head, oh, just because I don't like that don't mean it's not the truth. You know what I mean? So we definitely have to come in a humble spirit. We got to be more humble and to be able to receive constructive criticism, because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us that our critics could be some of our best of friends. These are the people who are not afraid to tell us about ourselves. These ain't your yes men and yes women, right? These aren't your yes men and yes women. So I just wanted to kind of touch on that because I've seen a lot of stuff going around about that whole situation. And also the situation with Oprah Winfrey and Russell Simmons. All those who may not know our dear brother Russell, we know the brother personally. I've been around the brother myself, drove for him, did security for this brother. Man, very humble brother, man, very beautiful brother. I'll tell y'all a story with this brother. I remember I was doing a security detail in Orange County, California, and I get a phone call from one of our brothers, who are close to a lot of these people. When they needed somebody last minute to pick Russell Simmons up from the airport, right? So I'm like, yeah, that ain't no problem. Brothers, they gonna pay me to pick the brother up, which is cool. So the brothers is like, okay, well, you gotta go pick up this limo, this Cadillac limousine, right? All black Cadillac limousine, right? And when you get it, go and take it to the car wash. It needs a car wash. But I don't get off this detail until late. So, it ain't really no car washes in LA that's open 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. Right? So I'm like, man, the brothers want me to go do this detail and they ain't even get the truck washed. Right? So, I take the thing to go get washed, man, and I head to the airport to go pick up Russell. And they told me on the rear passenger side, the handle is broken. So they said when you get there, just jump out and get the door for them because the handle's broken, right? So I'm like, okay, that ain't no problem. So I get there and I pull up and the brother's already waiting for me at the airport. So I jumped out the SUV, and before I can get the door for him, the brother already grabbed the door handle, tries to open the door and snatches the door handle off. And he's holding the handle in his hand. So I'm like, Uncle Russell Simmons, that's all that yoga that you doing, man. You snatching door handles off, man. And he's laughing like, no, fam, that was already like that, fam. Because he don't want to pay for the door handle, and I don't blame him, right? So he get in the SUV, and they gave me the wrong address. Right? They gave me the wrong address. They told me to go to Duhaney Road, but it's on Duhaney Drive. So I take them to Duhaney Road, and we get there, and I'm like, all right, I see you later, have a good night. And he like, fam, I don't live right here, fam. I'm like, this not your address? And it's dark in Beverly Hills. Those streets are dark. There isn't any street lights like that down the streets in Beverly Hills. So he's nervous as hell. I'm thinking he thinking like this is a Illuminati hit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to take him out. Right? Because he's close with the Jews, you know, and he's nervous as hell. He's sweating. He's like, no, fam, I don't live right here, fam. Where we at? Where we at? I'm like, what's your address? He give me the address when we put it in, and we just so happen to be around the corner from where he lived. So I take him home, and I get him home safely. And I see him at a banquet where Beyonce and her mother was, they was doing I can't remember. They was doing like a banquet or something, and I saw him there, and I reminded him of that, right? And he was like, "Oh, that was you that night, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, you was scared as hell. But I'm just sharing that with you, man. That this brother, I've been around that brother a whole lot, man. That brother is really a real good brother, down to earth brother, man. So when they, coming with these weird, these Jews coming with these accusations, man, against our brothers, man, you can't believe everything that's coming from the enemy. You got to take it with a grain of salt, because that brother is sincerely a genuine good brother, and he loves the Nation of Islam. He loves the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He just, it's like you can't love God and Satan at the same time, though. You with God, and you also doing business with Satan, because like the minister said, that the Jews made him rich. So if they made you, they can break you. Yeah, Brother Wallace, that was a horrible detail, brother. That was a horrible detail, man. But the FOI, man, we trained to, just follow all the way through, man. But yeah, you know, I think what Sister Oprah is doing, man, is very wicked, because even if she felt the way about Brother Russell Simmons, if she felt the way about Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, I mean, why do you want to be seen helping and assisting our open enemy? And that's the part that I really can't wrap my head around. That's the part I really can't wrap my head around, is that she's out in the open with our open enemy, doing what she's doing, and and assisting them and taking down some of our shining stars. She's assisting the enemy taking down some good people. And one thing that we can learn from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's example is that the minister hardly ever comes out in condemnation of his own people. There's not, even when people speak ill on the minister, he don't come out bashing them, doing whole documentaries on them, what I'm saying, helping and assisting the enemy. So that's one thing that we can take personally from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Just because the enemy don't like somebody or our people just because they mad or they want to tell you we don't help them. But as for all you I don't see color Negroes, right? I don't see color. I don't believe in that race stuff. That allows you to do the stuff that you do. You are not on code. You are like Sister Vicky said, I almost call her Dr. Vicky. You are a manutorious manumission, aka a butter biscuit. You know what I'm saying? You like Brother Nate said, that you was on a leash. You know, so I think that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is a wonderful example of that. Not taking sides with the enemy, and even if our people was wrong, because we don't go on the side of wrong, we always stand on the side of right. But it's how you go about it, though. You understand what I'm saying? It's how you go about it. We don't aid and assist our enemy in taking down our people. Why? Because we are here to save and redeem our people. The minister said to Barbara Walters that I'm not in the condemnation business, I'm in the redemption business. So we can't redeem black people when we on side of the enemy trying to destroy our people. And when you on a level of a Russell Simmons and you have these claims and accusations and allegations coming down on you like this can destroy you. Like it's doing to R. Kelly. Like it's doing to our brother Bill Cosby. This is designed to destroy powerful black men. And I'm not here to victim shame or nothing like that, because if they're guilty, they're guilty. And if you did the crime, you got to do the time. Sorry, I don't feel bad for you. Right? But I'm saying is how we operate is what's important. Right? And for instance, imagine if these brothers were innocent and we are sending these people to prison. That is that's another consideration that we must look at. That there may be some innocence in some of these cases. All praises is due to Allah. It has you. It makes one think. How do we deal with these situations, even when we have our own nation, right? How do we operate? Because in the Holy Quran, it teaches the Muslims, if an unrighteous person brings you news, look carefully into it, lest you hurt a people in ignorance. Then be sorry for what you did. So we got to be careful of a slinking devil whispering firm resolutions in the hearts of men, or in our hearts. We got to be careful of that slinking devil, right? That slithers and that slimy. Right? That's the slithering, slinky, slimy devil. Who not only don't mean the person that they're talking about any good, but don't mean you good either. Man, yeah, it's crazy just thinking about all this stuff, man. It's just crazy. But yeah, your brother, we got a lot of good content coming up. Got a lot of good content coming up. All praises due to Allah. Again, we working on a part two. So of the Messiah's rise in hip hop and war against drug culture. And again, and if you have daily daily news and content that you would like to be shared on changing the black narrative, you can hit me up in my email at malcolmflex19 at gmail.com, and we will do a show on it. But just we did on changing the black narrative. We want to do with a lot of recent stuff, so that's why we doing a part two, and we may do a part three on the Messiah's rise in hip hop and the war against drug culture, because we want to bring it all the way up to current time, because we suffered a great loss in a young brother by the name of Juice World to drugs. And I personally like the brother, because probably about a year ago, I heard the brother do an interview on Big Boy in the Morning, and he was talking about his life. He was talking about his drug addiction and how he would leave it alone. And I heard the brother freestyle on Big Boy in the Morning, and I was highly impressed with this young brother. Especially his God gift at rapping. Because not too many young brothers that rap, without, doing that trap style, the little ABC rhyming. Like he was like really rapping like on how I grew up rapping, right? So and everything he was saying was making sense. So just in that interview alone, I was highly impressed with that young brother. So to hear the demise of this young, beautiful brother, man, was shocking to me, man. And, it broke my heart just to hear that information. So I wanted to do these videos. I wanted to do these videos showing the Nation of Islam's work and our involvement in hip hop and trying to get rid of drug culture. Brother Wallace Delaney, part one is already been posted on my channel. So if you haven't seen part one, beloved, go and check out part one, because I'm trying to lead it up and build up to now. So that's why, I put it on changing the black narrative, because this is going to be a also a recent and relevant topic, because we are dealing with this now, man. Drug culture. Some of your favorite YouTubers are crackheads, pill popping, champagne bottle popping, and we don't want to hear sound doctrine. We ain't listening to the people who are living clean lifestyles, eating good, exercising, working out, giving you a positive, clean message, so you can not only better your life, but a message that you can transmute, you can take, and you can share with other people and better the lives of other people. And this has been the work of the Nation of Islam. This is our work. So today I didn't bring any slides. I wanted to just come up and just, talk, what I'm saying, to my brothers and sisters, let you all know that your brother just been working behind the scenes, because, these episodes that your brother's putting together requires a lot of editing. And so, that's what your brother has been doing a lot of editing. And my editing is getting really good. I'm getting really good at what I do. All praises is due to Allah. So I didn't want y'all to think, your brother slept and your brother's falling off or nothing like that. I'm trying to put out content, but I'm trying to put out quality content. I don't just want to put out anything just because I can, because I can do something every day, but I just want it to be quality. And one thing that I do love and admire about Brother Ben is that not only he puts out a lot of content, but it's quality content. And I have to get on that level, to where not only mine is quantity, but I can put out a lot of quantity as well as quality. Yes, I do have a Patreon, Brother Corey. Let me see if I can find it for you. Let me see if I can find it, family. I think it's patreon.me/MalcolmFlexTV. But hold on one second. Let me just check to be sure. And if you would like to go ahead and support your brother's Patreon, I'm very grateful. If you would like to be on your brother's Patreon and support your brother, because again, I don't get a monetization from YouTube. I didn't even have mines for a whole month, and they took it from your brother. So hold on one second. I'm gonna post it up. I just want to make sure if it's correct. Yeah, so it is. So let me put it in. Let me put it in the link. So that's my Patreon family. If you would like to go ahead and support your brother. Um, so while we live though, does anybody have any questions? That your brother can answer, because your brother's free tonight. Your brother got time to hang out with you all. I do got to be up early in the early in the morning for work tomorrow. Got to be there at 4 o'clock. Praise be to Allah. Got to go get that bag. But yeah, hit me with some questions or on any latest topic or update or anything. Walaikum salam, sister Atia. Walaikum salam, queen. And if anybody want to jump on and build with me, man, I can put the link in the chat. Hold on one second. If you would like to jump on and build with your brother and just chop it up. Man, it's Malcolm Flex TV, and we're live. This is my platform. We do what we want to do. I don't mind letting y'all come in. Yes, Sister Atia, your brother does have a cash app. It is $. Hold on one second. Make sure. So I don't be remembering this stuff. I don't use it like that. I use it, but it's $ Malcolm Flex 3287. If you'd like to go ahead and support, you can send it to Cash App, Patreon, whatever. All praises due to Allah. But yeah, so again, I want to say to my brothers and sisters, guard your spirit, because there are a lot of spirit killers, who try to come among you. There are a lot of professional spirit killers, who try to make you feel bad about yourself, try to bring you down. They see you doing good. They try to drop seeds on you, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is a beautiful example, when he was he is the national representative of the Muslim Elijah Muhammad, but just during his whole journey, his whole path, there were many people who tried to, bring him down, drop seeds on him, come against, So I just want us to stay positive and always seek refuge in Allah first. I think we got a question. All praises is due to Allah. Thanks to my dear sister Atia Muhammad. Thank you for your support, Queen. Appreciate you very much. Goes to show y'all, that's our dear sister. Beautiful sister. Thank you, Queen. I think Brother Corey the Black Vegan had a question. Brother said, do you think we can pull ourselves up totally with do for self, or will reparations be needed? That's a fantastic question. That's a wonderful question. And I will answer it like this. I think that it is possible that we can pull ourselves up with do for self. That is a very real possibility. I remember growing up, before I joined the nation, I never saw myself owning my own business until I joined the Nation of Islam. And I began to sell used cars with one of my brothers, the brother that put me on, Brother Mike Shabazz. And shout out to that brother. The brother was just recently married. I was one of his groomsmen. All praises due to Allah. Beautiful wedding, and he has a beautiful wife as well. But working with that brother and selling used cars, I was working for myself. And doing that, I made the most money that I've ever made. That was my money that was, that was not being taxed, that I've ever made in my life. And I took some L's in the car game, because that's what it is. It's the car game. And sometimes you take losses on vehicles. It's a product. So I think that if we have certain skills, if you have certain skills and you have certain trades, right, you can go a long way with doing for self if you have the right clientele, right? If you are making your business marketable and people want your services, you do good work, you have integrity, you have character, then more people want to do business with you. You know, like one of our brothers, Brother Prince, and his brother Bashir Muhammad, you know, they do contracting work. They do a lot of good work, you know. And it, you know, that's one thing about the Nation of Islam and the FOI, that it teaches us good manners, it teaches us integrity, it teaches us good character, you know. So if you in the nation, just based on your mannerisms, people want to work with you. And I also think that do for self could work if we have resources, like the cars is a resource. You know, I work at a company called Florin Decor. And what makes Florin Decor so special is, and they are able to beat prices on other businesses because they cut out the middleman, and they are able to go directly to the source where they get their flooring, where they get their tile, and they go directly to the quarries that creates the tiles and the marbles and the all of the different the laminate, the solid hardwood, the engineered hardwood. You know, they go directly to the source. So I think if Black people have direct access to resources, I think that it'd be easier to do for self. You know, when we could just cut out the enemy, we can cut out the middleman, and we got all that money for self. So I believe that it is a very possible and real reality, depend on each and everybody's independent situation, you know. But I just personally don't believe in, you know, do for self, and then I just send a brother out to go sell papers for the rest of his life. We gotta sell papers. That's standard. We FOI. That's standard for every FOI. But I don't believe in telling the brother go do for self and just sell papers for the rest of his life, you know, and that's all he doing for the rest of his life. You know, he's single, and we saying, brother, you got to get married. But brother, you know, you just selling papers. You know, how you gonna get married and have children, and you know, you just selling papers, you know, and you struggling, you know. So I just personally, this is my personal belief, you know, that I think that we shouldn't necessarily take the papers just for the money, because the number one program and the sole purpose of a FOI is to resurrect the dead, right? But if I send you out there, I'm not saying this is what's going on, but what I'm saying is, you know, we have to be able to teach brothers skills and trades. And we need access to resources to make the do for self aspect of our teachings a reality. If we don't have any resources, and brothers don't have any trades and skills with your resources as well, then, you know, it's going to be a hard time to do for self. You have a hard time doing for self, you know. And that's my thought on that. You know, so all praises due to Allah, brother Corey. Thank you for that question. You know, any more questions? You know, again, your brother's free tonight. You know, so I want to hear you all's thoughts. You know, cause I'm free. I got time. You know, I'm here with y'all. Gotta crack my neck. You know, sitting down. Got your brother a little stiff. But yeah. So let me get your questions. I wanna just chill with y'all tonight. Your brother been gone for a minute. And also I just needed to get my mind right. You know, because brother Malcolm Flex, I get caught up in all type of controversy and stuff, man. Your brother was working on some stuff on Malcolm X, but you know, hey, it is what it is. You know, we get instructions, we hear and obey. That's what it is. You know, but your brother, just know your brother was coming with them receipts. Your brother was coming with it. Your brother was moving like Lil Wayne said, real G's moving silence like lasagna. Praise be to Allah. Okay, I'm thinking we got another question. Wait till it pop up on my screen. Pop up on my screen. And also, if y'all got it again, if y'all got anything that you would like to premiere on changing the black narrative, please let me know. Send it to my email at malcolmflex19@gmail.com. Okay. All right, Brother Wallace asks, did you hear of the wealthiest lady in Africa? I think from Angola, who was basically robbing the country with assistance from USA. I haven't heard that. Um, I think if it's true, I think it's highly unfortunate. But I just want to know that is there any evidence and proof proven without a doubt, right? Without a shadow of a doubt, that our sister is guilty of this crime. Because I'm curious to know, because I've just heard that, you know, because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, you know, he said a couple things. One thing about traitors, what would be the outcome of traitors when we become a nation? And also he spoke on what will happen to those who will misuse the funds of our people to enrich themselves. So I personally believe, um, I personally believe that if our sister is robbing her own country, she will have to pay a heavy price. And the ones who will be the executioners to deliver down justice is going to be her own people. Brother Ricky asks, my brother, would you speak briefly on the Russell Simmons situation? Yeah, I just believe that they're doing a witch hunt on brother Russell Simmons. You know, I believe that he was too close with Satan himself. You know, the satanic Jews. Not to say all of the Jews are satanic, but those who run Hollywood, those who run the music industry, the movie industry. The minister said it himself that the Jews made Russell Simmons, right? And they allowed him to accumulate the wealth that he possesses. And the minister said, if they make you, they can break you. And he always teach us that he himself is a made man, right? That he can't be bought. You know, because if the enemy can buy you, they can do whatever they want with you. So we are used to seeing Brother Russell going in and out of the minister's hotel rooms, you know, to receive counsel from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You know, he saw me at the door one time, you know, hugged the brother, was like, man, y'all brothers look good, you know. So we know how close he is to the minister. You know, but when you are close to a man like Jesus, the Messiah, and the enemy knows this, you know, because they know what's going on in LA. You know, they know what's going on with the people that they make rich. They know, they're not stupid. So when you are uh, close to a man like Jesus, the Messiah, the enemy is not going to forget and forgive that. He is going to try to destroy you relentlessly. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan warned Young Jeezy and Rick Ross and other rappers that met with him. When the minister told Young Jeezy, he said, brother, you are turning the tide and your language is starting to change to something more righteous and productive, and the enemy is watching and the enemy is coming. And right after the minister warned them, Young Jeezy, Young Thug, Rick Ross ended up getting arrested on bogus charges. Just because they were seen with the man of God. Just because they were seen with the brother. Huh? Do you all remember what happened to Senator Keith Ellison? When, he tried to deny his involvement with the Nation of Islam and his relationship with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. When they found out that he used to be a Muslim, they still dogged him out all throughout the media. Even Jake Tapper. And I do not like Jake Tapper. He's a coward to me. If I was able to sit in front of Jake Tapper, I would destroy Jake Tapper. And a lot of other people too. I'm cold with this intellectual stuff. So don't be intellectually irresponsible. That's my new phrase. Don't steal that. But Jake Tapper was all over Keith Ellison, spanking him for his relationship with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, because Keith turned his back on the minister, turned his back on the nation. And the enemy still made him pay for that. And here's a man who is denouncing and condemning the minister. So the enemy don't care whether if you denounce the minister or you with the minister. All they see is you got some type of you got some type of relationship or rapport with this man. So now we got to destroy you because you close to him. See, it's either us or nothing, no cuts, is what they're trying to tell their people, their puppets, their people under them. I remember, as a matter of fact, Russell Simmons was involved. Matter of fact, Russell Simmons had a book signing in Beverly Hills. I think it was Hollywood. Either one. Wherever Big Boy's restaurant is, because Big Boy in the neighborhood has a vegan restaurant. And I did a couple of security events that he threw at his restaurant. I think it was the grand opening, and then it was the Russell Simmons book signing. And at the book signing that Russell Simmons was throwing at Big Boy's vegan restaurant, there was a brother who was an actor, a famous actor. I think he was on one of Tyler Perry shows. I think his name was Mecca. No, his name was Medina. Excuse me. Medina loves me. Every time he sees me, it's just all love. And they had just met with the minister after 10-10-15, because the minister had requested to speak to, all of the rappers, all of the actors, anybody that's involved in entertainment. The minister wanted to speak with them. And Medina went to go hear the minister. and was blown away. Right? He was blown away by the animal because when he saw me, he approached me. You know, it was like, man, you a follower of Minister Farrakhan? I'm like, yes, sir. And he got to explaining, you know, some of the stuff that the minister was teaching all these famous people. And Medina told me, he said, man, you know how many people have received the minister's invitation to hear the minister so he can speak to all the rappers and actors and comedians and entertainers. He said, you know how many people received the invitation and was too scared to go? Too scared to show up? And he, you know, these were some of the people that we idolized. But he didn't want to name drop them and put them out there. In my mind, I kind of got an idea who some of these people were. But he was like, yeah, there are a lot of people, a lot of rich brothers and sisters in the industry, right, who are famous, who are scared to sit down with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan or be seen with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And there are some who will go with him in private, where you know where there's no cameras and stuff like that, where they can't be seen. You know, all praises due to Allah. At least they going to him. But there's some who are afraid to be seen with the minister. Can any of you imagine a Drake, somebody as big as Drake in the rap industry, have a sit down meeting with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, knowing his Jewish background? And as big as the enemy made Drake, Drake is all over everything right now. He's probably the biggest artist alive right now because he can sing and rap. He's a black Canadian Jewish rapper, right? Imagine if that brother sat down publicly or even privately with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the enemy found out. See, oh, they're going to strip that brother of all his riches. They may even throw a rape charge in there on Drake. You know, and I'm just speaking the truth because we know the tactics of the enemy. As soon as he sit down with the Messiah, ain't going to be no more Drake. Hardly. Because that's all you hear on the radio nowadays. You drive in the car, you turn on the radio, that's all you hear is Drake. But if that man sit down with not the enemy, excuse me, that man sit down with the minister, guaranteed he's not going to be the same man. Either the minister is going to make him more aware, he's going to become a better man, and he's going to wake up, and his message is going to change, or the enemy is going to drop him, put him on the shelf. Matter of fact, put him back in the vault in the safe somewhere so no more of his music get out. You know, so people of that status are afraid to meet with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. You know, many of these people are bought off. Yeah, brother Nay said it'll be a new Drake. That's a fact. They create Drakes. They made Drake what Drake is. Drake is not Drake on himself, but the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is only one Farrakhan, and Allah made Farrakhan. See, we may think the messenger made, but the messenger told the minister that Allah made him for the messenger. You know, he cannot be bought. And I'm about to get on with some of y'all though, for real. Y'all gonna forgive me for this, but I'm about to get on y'all. Brother Ricky, Brother Nate, who else? Who else in here? Brother Ricky, Brother Nate. Y'all need to get some profile pictures, man. Something. Sister Sandra, Brother Khaled. Sister Sandra, Brother Kelly, y'all need to get some profile pictures. Y'all in here suspect with these y'all in here suspect with these regular YouTube profile pictures, man. Y'all need to get some profile pictures. You know, we need to see who's behind these comments. Praise be to Allah. Yeah, I'm gonna get on y'all, man. I'm gonna get y'all because y'all thought I wasn't gonna say nothing, but yeah. Y'all gotta have something on there, star and crescent or something. All praises is due to Allah, man. But y'all, anybody got any more questions that you would like to ask your brother? You know, because we chilling, man. Because we got a lot more content coming out. You know, your brother ain't going there after the conscious coons no more. You know, I'm gonna take a break on them. You know, I'm done with the debate and all that stuff right now, man. We ain't on that, man, for the 2020, man. You know, I've been giving these dudes that work. So, you know, I'm gonna fall back on that. We you know. But yeah, y'all need some profile pictures though. We don't even know who y'all is. Yeah, okay. When I do my next live stream, man, brother Ricky, I'm gonna take my wrench back. You ain't brother Nate, you ain't got a wrench? I'm gonna give you a wrench, brother Nate. Brother Wallace, I'm gonna give you a wrench because Brother Wallace, I'm gonna give you a wrench because you got a profile picture. I'm gonna give Sister Atia a wrench because she up here, she donating. So that's it, she supporting. Hey, now you know what's funny? Now I don't know if y'all noticed, but like when you go like to my videos and like on all my videos, you see one dislike, right? When you go to my videos and it's always that one dislike, right? No matter how positive I'm speaking, you know, no matter how much of a good work that your brother is doing, it's always that one dislike, right? But you know who I think it is, right? And some of y'all may know who I'm talking about, but you know, I think it's Dr. Marole. That I think it's Dr. Marole, y'all, that's hit me with that one like every time because this one like is personal. This one dislike is personal. You know, for you to be subscribed to me, and you know when every time one of my videos come up and you consistently dislike it, it's got to be Dr. Marole. You know, it's got to be her, man, because, you know, some of y'all don't may know, man, I had to cut that sister off, man, because she's over there in these other platforms with people who attack us and disrespect us, and she laughing and giggling and joking with them, right? So I had to cut her off, right? And she, you know, the whole time she was a moderator, you know, she was on every live stream, you know, and she never supported. She supported like one time, y'all. which I'm always grateful for. She supported like one time and sent your brother like a $10 PayPal, right? And of course, I'm grateful. All praises is due to Allah. That you would like to support your brother Malcolm Flex TV. But when I saw what she had did, I just felt it just left a bad taste in my mouth because somebody disrespected brother Ben, and I love that brother, and so I was feeling some type of way. I had to cut her off. So I got a long message on PayPal saying, I usually don't support anybody anyway, and I sent you $10 to support you, and just a gang of BS, you know, long message, right? And she was like, I want my money back, right? She only sent $10, so I sent back $11. Just to, you know, just to move on with my life. I sent her back $11. You feel me? Threw an extra dollar on there if that, to make her happy. But I really think that's her with the consistent one dislike, man. It's got to be somebody, man. It's got to be a Jew or somebody. I don't know who that is. I better not find out. They gonna be moving to Block City. All praises due to Allah. I'm just messing with you. I'm joking, man. It's getting late. Um, again, if yeah, let me get that dirt off my shoulder, man. Um, if you would like to send your brother again content that will premiere on changing the black narrative, you can email me at malcolmflex19@gmail.com. And we dealing with the latest and most recent current events, and relevant events as well. Because although it may not be current, but it can be relevant as well. So don't be shy if if there's something that you deem is worthy, and I will also give you credit for sending it. Brother Nate, you would like to donate? You can donate at you can either do Cash App or PayPal. So let me put them both in there. Yeah, brother. If you would like to donate, brother Nate, you can send it to Cash App at Malcolm Flex 3287. All praises is due to Allah. If you would like to support this platform, because again, your brother is not monetized. You know what I'm saying? I don't get YouTube checks. I don't create beef with people just to receive a YouTube check or just to get a super chat. As you can see in my comment section, it don't even have a super chat. And when y'all was supporting me, yes, that's Cash App. When y'all was supporting me and brothers and sisters was sending donations through super chat, if Allah is my witness, your brother didn't touch none of it. Your brother didn't see not a dime. When I did have it and you was doing a super chat, I didn't see not a dime, and I'm not even tripping. All praises is due to Allah. So if you like to support me, you can support me through Cash App or on Patreon. It's all appreciated. All praises is due to Allah. But I want to answer some questions though. Does anybody have any questions for your brother? Because again, I told y'all, man, I'm chilling tonight. I got to be up early, but it is what it is. I ain't been on for a minute. Where's my brother Josh Mason at? Where's that brother at? Share this video. Like, comment, subscribe. So we got a few people in here. My question to y'all is, what kind of content would you like to see? What kind of stories would you like your brother to touch on? Brother Azadi, give me an example as far as can I break down the supreme wisdom math problems? I'm familiar with, as the brothers in the 5% Nation would say, break down the daily math, if that's what you mean. But I don't know today's math. Your brother don't be on it like that as far as doing the daily math. I know the brothers is big on that, but I don't know today's math. If you can probably help us out with that, beloved. And since you asking, I want to know, what is today's math? I'm gonna put it on the screen for the brothers and sisters to see it. What is today's math? But yeah, so again, we waiting on Brother Azadi on that. But is there anything that you all like to see your brother work on, put together, probably do a live stream about? If you would like to come on the platform and build with me, we can do that as well. Brother Azadi, want me to send you the link so you can come in and give us today's breakdown? Let me know. I'll drop the link in the chat. You can come on and give us today's breakdown, beloved. Because I used to know a brother named Isaac Real Allah, and he used to be on me about the daily math. You know what I mean? He was big on that. Because what I want to start doing, because your brother be working a lot and just working on projects, but I want to start doing like book reviews. Reviewing some of the books. Are we still live? I think we are. Come on, brother Azadi, you gotta know today's mathematics, brother. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing some book reviews, man. Let me hold on right quick. Let me kind of go to my library right quick. Let's see what we got over here. Come on, man. We're gonna do the book challenge, man. We're gonna do the book challenge. Hey, for all those who don't know, this is how Brother Reza used to come to processing class. When he used to come to when we was processing, to get our X. This is how he will come to class, holding a stack of books like this. All facts. I'm not capping. This how bro used to come to class. Hey, I found this at a dollar bookstore. I found this. This. Look at this. I don't even have a VHS tape player. And I bought this for like $2. This is an original copy, original VHS. How many of y'all got this right here? Message to the Millennials. Brother Ricky asks, do you remember the first book you ever read pertaining to the knowledge? Oh, wait, hold on. Knowledge yourself, hold up. I'm gonna show you. Am I missing some books? Hold on, let me. Oh, okay, I got it. All right. One of them missing though. Okay. So the first book that I read pertaining to knowledge itself was The Fall of America. And the reason why it wasn't Message to the Black Man first, because the brother that let me read this, somebody was borrowing his Message to the Black Man. For some reason, I can't find my Message to the Black Man. I got one, but it's not the one with the cover on it. Oh, yeah, I got it. So these were the first two books that your brother read pertaining to knowledge itself. Praise be to Allah. These are the first two books. Wonderful books. But I want to do some book reviews though. This book is so prolific right here. This is Understanding the Assault on the Black Man, Black Manhood, and Black Masculinity by Dr. Wesley Muhammad. You see, personalized, got that bad boy autographed by our brother. That I still haven't finished this one. And your brother, I want to do some book reviews, and this is one that I feel that is necessary that we do a review on. That I do a review on. Because as you see, I got notes in here, but I haven't finished it yet. Again, this is a message to the millennials. So if you ain't order this one, go and support Brother Reza, and also support Dr. Wesley as well. And but support this brother. You know, this is personalized. You know what I'm saying? Go and support our brother. You know, we when we together, we like bad boys. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith, Martin Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my brothers, man. One of my close brothers. Go and get Message to the Millennials. We're gonna do a book review on this too, Brother Reza. Now this book right here, the Book of God. This book took my Islam to a whole nother level. I read this whole book from cover to cover. This book right here took my Islam to a whole nother level, took my understanding to a whole nother level. So if you don't have this book, in your arsenal, in your holster, you ain't doing something right. You know what I'm saying? When people come with all these claims against the nation and they trying to debunk our teachings, man. You know how many people I didn't just dismantle just out of the footnotes out of this book? Man. The Comer by Night is another one by Mother Tynetta Muhammad. You got to get this book as well. Also took my Islam to another level because this sister is deep. She is powerful. This sister is powerful. And I got a lot of other books that your brother do have to finish. Yeah, we got books on books, man. I'm waiting on is it possible that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is still physically alive? I ordered that book at the Final Call newspaper store, and I'm just waiting to get that. So we have Minister Louis Farrakhan, a Savior's Day gift from Minister Louis Farrakhan, a complete dictionary of the Supreme Wisdom Lessons by Brother Demetric and Brother Ilya Rashad Muhammad. Man, the nation got books. How to Eat to Live 1 and 2. You got to have these. You got to read these from cover to cover. Because this is what's going to help us get our whole life right. How to Eat to Live. These are the foundational books. Hold on. These 5 books are the foundational books of the Nation of Islam. These are the books that the minister had to pay thousands of dollars to get back out of Wharf Dean Muhammad's vote. Message to the Black Man. Fall of America. Our Savior has arrived. How to Eat to Live, parts 1 and 2. And also, you got to get Closing the Gap by student minister Jabril Muhammad. Okay? And he conducted and compiled these interviews that he had with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You got to get Closing the Gap if you really want to understand the minister and his mission today. I need to get the Torchlight of America, though. I don't have that. Now, this is a volume of our brother, National Secretary Burvi Muhammad. This is one of his books, Joshua. I have another one somewhere. He has Aaron and Moses as well. So this is a 3-book volume. It's Moses, Aaron, and Joshua. You gotta get that. Brother Azad asked the question. I'll take your question, brother. Brother asks, opinions on Paul Guthrie's making of the white man is phenomenal. When the brother wrote that book, the whole nation fell in love with that brother, Even Dr. Wesley Muhammad said that was a phenomenal writing based on the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And his illustration of what the messenger taught. And it was it's a beautiful book. And it just, when Paul Guthrie came back and tried to debunk other aspects of the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, naturally the believers took issue with that, and we have every right. So, he's a stunt man. He'll jump out every 2, 3, 4 months on us, on Dr. Wesley especially, trying to run the intellectual fade, where he thought he had Dr. Wesley, just recently accusing the brother of faking footnotes. So when, in Dr. Wesley Muhammad's prolific response, man, you would think it would be enough for Paul Guthrie to fall back, but that's Paul just ain't got it in him to just lig it, man. Just let it go. Even when he lost, he just don't know when to just stop. Oh, here's another important book that you got to have in your arsenal. This is Master Fard Muhammad. Who is he? Who is he not? And this book is really based on the claim that Master Fard Muhammad is Wallace died for. So if you've seen the infamous debate with Dr. Wesley Muhammad and Natural Tahuti, a lot of that information and those receipts and footnotes and information that Dr. Wesley was teaching on in that debate is in this book. So when people try to come with that Allah who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad was actually Wallace Dial Ford, you were able to debunk that madness with this book right here. This is all you need right here. When you getting ready to have that intellectual situation with anybody who's trying to debunk our teachings. This is all you need. They got times, dates, locations. True history of Jesus. The birth of a Savior by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. These are lectures compiled by our dear brother Munir. May Allah be pleased with our brother. From Crow. But these right here, you got to get. You got to have these. The Secret Relationships Between Blacks and Jews. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. You got to have these books. And in my recent interview not too long ago with Brother Dimitri, or was it Brother Dimitri or Brother Ilya? Because I just did an interview with Brother Ilya Rashad, but I may have to do it over because the audio on his side, his microphone has a very bad echo, and it's kind of messing up the video, and that's why I haven't premiered it. I have it, but I haven't shared it with you all because I tried to doctor up the audio and it just doesn't sound good. But one of them told me, I can't remember which one it was, that they said that that there's a secret relationship between blacks and Jews, part 4, that is coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, but one of them, I think both of them may have mentioned it, but they said part 4 is coming out. So be on the lookout for that. And I got many other books, A Life of Reinvention of Malcolm X by Manning Merriam. I got the soft cover and the hard cover. But yeah, and I got many other books. Oh, this one is important. Before we go, we need this social media guidebook that was created by the Ministry of Defense of the Nation of Islam, with the stamp and the authority of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan on how we conduct ourselves on social media. Okay, especially if you are a believer in the Nation of Islam, you got to have one of these books. My student regional captain, Halim Muhammad, gave me his because he don't even be on social media. So he like, man, I'm just going to give it to you since you on social media, and gave me this. But if you ain't got one of these, you need one of these. Me, so I'm a little hard-headed. Sometimes I need somebody to, put me back in check, get me back in line. All praises is due to Allah, but you need one of these. So all praises due to Allah. I want to get Brother Ben's book as well, so I'm going to reach out to him inshallah, and try to get a book from Brother Ben because he has a book as well. But that's it. I just wanted to just go live, man, because your brother haven't been live in a minute. Your brother been pushing out video content, but y'all haven't seen me live in the flesh. Peace to you, Brother Stonebone Boxing. And I want to know, with that name, do you really box? I want to know, are you really a boxer? But yeah, so yeah, man, this is your brother, man, Malcolm Flex TV, and I appreciate all the love, all of the support. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you haven't seen my most recent video that I posted, um, the Messiah's Rise in hip hop, the Messiah's Rise in hip hop, and his war on drug culture. Go and check that out because there will be a part 2 coming out. So we need you to stay in the loop to changing the black narrative. Brother said, used to box, but now I've trained and covered the sport. All praises is due to Allah. Yes, sir. So yeah, if you haven't checked those out, check those out. If you have any relevant content that's recent, current events that you would like your brother to to cover on changing the black narrative, hit me up at malcolmflex19@gmail.com. This is the one and only Malcolm Flex TV. I love y'all. Peace and assalamu alaikum.